Alright, welcome to another episode of Self-Talk with Ken Sumera. This is episode number 20. 20!
Pang 20 na ako.
20! Alright. Siyempre, ito, very long-term friend ko na to yan. Tagal na namin magkakilala, tagal na namin magkausap. Halos araw-araw magkausap pa rin kami hanggang ngayon eh. Solid. Pero sige, pakilala ko, my good friend Simon.
Ayun. Thank you.
Peter. Paulo. Hindi kasi pag tinatanong siya, parang Paulo na lang. O masyadong banal.
Masyadong banal yung Simon Peter. Eh.
Palagi
Paulo na lang.
masyadong banal. Pero sige, Paulo or Simon, ano ba mas prefer mo?
Paulo na lang.
Paulo.
People know
Okay.
me as Paulo.
Paulo, okay. When was the first time that you decided that you would call yourself Paulo?
Ano yun, it started sa call center kasi, di ba, during call center days, syempre, ang client na kinakausap mo, either Americans or Canadians, kailangan may American name ka.
Yeah.
During training, papakinggan nila yung tono ng boses mo, what accent you have. Mexicano yung dating ng accent ko.
Ole.
Oo. So, isip. Ang tagal, ang daming sinadjust. Tapos, nag-stick yung Paulo. Tapos, nakalimutan ko na, but it was Paulo Santiago. Yung Santiago, parang nabasa ko lang sa isang magazine na Mexican last name. So, nag-stick ako doon. Tapos,
So,
yun na.
up to now, yun na yun.
Up to now, yun na yun.
Ako, meron din ako nun eh. Kevin Sanchez yung pangalan ko before eh. Mexican
Di
din.
ba? Mexicano.
Mexican din.
Mahirap mag-American name, tapos iba yung accent.
Kevin Sanchez. Hi, my name's Kevin Sanchez. Calling in
My
regards
name
here.
is Paulo Santiago.
Diba?
and You're gonna go to hell.
Hindi, sige. Bakit ko natanong? Because again, this is self-talk. And in this podcast, we get to center with the mind and how it works.
Yeah.
So, identity si Paulo. Tama? So, from Simon Peter, then adult ka na, came the identity of Paulo.
Yes.
So, is it different yung identity ni Paulo dun sa Simon Peter?
Maraming differences. Kasi at the end of the day, yung Simon Peter, parang it was your, pangalan mo na yan, pero
Parang
pagkabata
business name.
Oo.
So, pag tinawag ka ng
Pagdating-
Simon Peter, technically, bill collections, or or address ko yan, Shopee
Correct.
delivery, ganyan.
Pag Paulo na kasi parang, okay, hustle, mga racket.
Doon na yun na-build.
Plus yung gaming aspect. Diba?
Okay. So, yun nga. So, identity siya. Diba? Na na-build ngayon. And it's a strong identity, which is nice.
Yeah.
Sige. Ang susunod kong tanong is, teka lang, could you tell our audience more about what you do professionally and what you're passionate about doing?
Yes. So, anyway, right now, I'm an OFW. I'm based in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. I've been there since 2008. So,
Tagal na.
Tagal na.
Yeah.
Then, also, I am the co-founder of the Online Filipino Freelancers Group. So, this is an online freelancing community. So, basically, we're a group of individuals na, if you've heard about working from home,
Yeah.
so people who venture in those in that aspect. Lalo na ngayon yung mga nagta-transition na yung mga galing sa call center.
Ang daming
Tapos-
gusto mag-transition din
Oo,
kasi
ang
pagod doon sa
dami.
traffic. Diba?
Correct. Kasi
Pagod
di
sa
ba
traffic.
papasok ka sa call center, traffic, biyahe, pagod. Pag online freelancing, you're just working from home. Di ba? All you need is an internet and a computer and a client and that's it.
Sige. I think sobrang matagal ka ng freelancer kasi syempre kayo bumuo nito nila CJ ng group na to for
Yes.
for how many years na rin eh. Ano yung pinaka-importanting mindset shift of coming from working from corporate to get to shift sa online work, freelancing, work from home? Kasi magkaiba eh.
Correct.
Magkaiba yung dynamic din eh. Anong
Well,
mindset? Any
unang-una
mindset?
yung kasi imagine if you work on a call center space, papasok ka na lang, upo ka na lang sa station mo, may client ka na. Kumbaga may work na. Kasi yung company mo yung naghahanap ng client. But if you're an online freelancer, ikaw ang hahanap ng client mo. You do the hustle, ikaw ang magpapa-interview sa client, you get to win some, you get to lose some. And ikaw ang makikipag-negotiate. Even your rate, ikaw ang makikipag-negotiate sa client mo.
Okay.
Then eventually, of course, 'di ba, as you go along, merong ano yan may areas for improvement na sooner or later you get to establish your own team, gumagawa ka ng sarili mong grupo, you get to make your own agency.
May question ako, bro. This is about value. Okay. Diba? Kasi, sabihin natin, ako, admin din kasi ako sa community. Na
Yes.
Angel Mo,
By the way, guys, nakalimutan ko sabihin. So, Ken here is also an admin in our community in the online Filipino freelancer.
So, nakikita natin lahat nung post. Diba? Kita natin lahat nung post. And sabihin natin, there are different rates, diba? May mga nag-o-offer ng $2, may nag-o-offer ng $3 per hour, $4 per hour, $5, and so on and so forth. There are offers that are ranging from $25 per hour to around $50 per hour.
Yeah.
Mga malalaking offers na yun, di ba? So, the question is about knowing your value. When would you know that you are not worth the $2 anymore? Kasi, di ba, syempre, sisimula ka, medyo minsan kukunin mo mga offers yan, $2, $3. Yeah, because that's understandable, di ba? Money now, you need it. Pero, what's the mindset shift?
Okay. Let me break it down in two things. So, una, syempre, if you're transitioning to online freelancing, para ka lang din yan eh. Ka-graduate mo ng college, hanap ka ng trabaho, hindi mo makukuha agad yung sweldo na gusto mo eh. Diba? Ganyan naman ang norm. So, it's the same with online freelancing. Mag-start ka, you get to find your own niche, or pwede kasi meron kasi yung parang generalist, admin works na gano'n.
Okay.
But you can fit in any task given. So, doon ka magsisimula eh. You get to build your hours. Kasi this is remote work. This is online freelancing. So, talagang it's the number of hours you build up while working. Then habang tumataas yung hours na tatrabaho, tumataas din yung yung valuation mo. So again, you start off small, test the waters. Of course, if hindi mo pa nahanap yung niche mo, this is the perfect opportunity para mahanap mo yung perfect niche for you. Pero kung may specific ka naman na profession, kunwari IT ka or accountant ka, alam mo na agad yung niche mo eh. Pero then again, testing waters and the client doesn't know you, ang client mo overseas. So, hindi mo makukuha agad yung rate na gusto mo. Pero as you go along, diba, tumataas yung number of hours build mo, tumataas din yung rate mo. And doon napapasok din yung negotiation skills mo. Yung tamang pambobola sa client na, uy boss, naka 1 month na ako sa'yo, naka 6 months na ako sa'yo, baka naman. Parang ganon. You get to say it, of course, in a professional way. Pero that's how it works. So, habang tumataas yung build time mo, tumataas din yung credibility mo, 'di ba? The more you hustle.
So,
Prove your worth.
yung ganito yung setup no. So, habang tumatagal, you spend more time with your craft, doon din nabubuo yung belief set na teka lang, I'm dapat ito na yung deserve ko. Yun kasi hinahanap natin yung transition from kuwari $4 to $5, di ba?
Yes.
Minsan, kasi pag nag-transition ka na karamihan, pag nag-transition na sila dito sa rate na to, hindi na sila yung, wala na. Na-maintain na nila yung ganun. Nabibuild na identity, hindi na ako pang $4. Lahat
Exactly.
mo kunin ko ngayon $5 na.
Saka you need to do it anyway na tumataas ang bilihin, guys. So, kailangan mo yon. You need that, kailangan kapalan mo yung mukha mo kahit paano na, uy, hindi na mura ang bilihin ngayon, boss, baka naman. Diba?
May kilala ako nandito siya sa studio. Humingi siya ng $100 na rate. Solid.
Kinagat ng client.
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam. Pero yun yung solid. Yun solid talaga. Wow!
Alam niya na yung value niya.
Alam niya yung value
pero,
niya. Alam niya yung value niya.
Pag may mga
diba?
ganun, bro.
Alam, di ba? Tama, di ba? Agree.
Pag may mga ganun kasi, merong konting factor ng market research yan.
How much should I pay you? $100 per hour. Utang ina.
Diba? Kung alam mo yung
Wow.
presyuhan sa market, mababato mo yun. Then show
Pero
your
kung
credentials.
kumagat yun, solid.
Solid.
Solid yun, man. Oh, sige, moving forward, bro. Siguro, buhay OFW. I mean, friends. Is it, do you have more friends here? Or, how is it there?
Well,
Kasi karamihan would say na wala, parang na-homesick ako, ganun. How is it with you?
sa akin, well, I still have more friends here sa Pinas pa rin. Siyempre, iba pa rin. Though may mga Filipino communities doon, may mga office mate din ako na Pinoy. Pero kasi dito sa work ko, sa yung current work ko, lahat ibang lahi. 3 lang kaming Pinoy. So, tapos iba pa yung profession ng 2 Pinoy kong kasama. So, hindi ko rin sila masyadong nakaka-interact kasi usually sa site sila nagtatrabaho. So, yeah, dito mas marami yung kaibigan. Pero yun nga, hindi ideal yung setup nung sa akin na this is how it started. 2008, I went to the UAE to work abroad, try my luck. Tapos, sometime around 2011, meron akong kaibigan doon na sinabi, uy, nabalita mo na ba yung yung online freelancing? Ano yun? Sabi ko, gawa ka lang, pinakita na, that time, Odes pa yun, hindi pa Upwork. Yeah. So, pinakita, gawa ka lang ng profile mo dito, ganyan. Baka naman scam yan, ganyan. Hindi, gawa ka lang profile, try mo. So, gumawa ako ng profile, wala lang, tamang, para ka lang naggagawa ng online CV. Then, after 6 months, hindi man ako nag-update. Bigla may nag-invite sa akin. So, uy, okay to mukhang legit. So, I went to the process. Tapos, ayun, so I got hired. Dun papasok yung I started off as, alam ko, $3.5 ako na, $3.5. Then, after 2 weeks, naging 5. Tapos, tuloy-tuloy na yon. Then, fast forward after 3 years, naging, naging $18 or $19 per hour na. So, tumataas ng So, yun yung sinasabi ko, you need to, talaga.
Depende rin sa experience mo talaga.
Depende sa experience. Pero, give or take kasi ang ganda nung environment Okay yung client, tsaka hawak mo yung oras mo. You get to bill time only na isang oras lang. Kung 3 oras, gano'n. Tapos yun, then while having that, nagtatrabaho din ako sa Middle East. Like, 8 to 5 job. 9 to 5 na
So, dalawa.
trabaho.
Meron ka ng work from home, meron ka pang work doon.
Yes.
Talaga, okay.
Oo.
Sabihin natin ganito. So, for a person who likes work more than 12 hours a day, how is it like what's it like in your mind?
Nakaka-exhaust yun. Pero syempre, yan usapang pera, and UAE itself hindi naman ganun medyo mahal din ang cost of living doon. So, kailangan mo talagang mag-hustle. And yung trabaho ko naman doon, this is the funny part kasi. Nung na-build ko na yung traction ko sa online freelancing, mas mataas na yung kinikita ko kaysa dun sa day job ko.
Okay.
So, came 2012, I decided to resign.
And go full-time with...
nag-full-time ako ng online freelancing. Umuwi ako ng Pinas.
Okay.
Kaya lang, ang problema dun sa lugar namin, umulan lang ng konti, umidlat lang ng konti, nawawalan ng kuryente, putol lang internet.
Okay.
So, I have no choice. I need to go back. So, yun. Then, that time, nung pagbalik ko ng UAE, that was October or November 2012 din. Dun na. Sabi ko, since nandun na ako sa point na kaya kong makahanap ng client ng preferred na number of working hours ko. So, makakuha pa ako ng trabaho and I need to get a job there kasi kailangan ko yung work visa.
Okay.
So, eto na yung present company na pinagtatrabahuan ko. When I got hired there, nung ini-interview ako, sinabi ko sa kanila na meron akong online freelancing work. I have online work. Tapos, part na ito, pinakita ko pa sa kanila paano yung ginagawa ko. Tapos sabi ko, sige, ganito, i-test nyo ako kasi may probation period naman for 3 months. I-test nyo ako, test me out. kung nagagawa ko na maayos yung trabaho ko while doing my other job, then keep me. If not, then find a replacement. Pero fast forward now, 13 years na ako doon. And dinadala ko pa rin doon minsan yung trabaho. Ang nakakatawa doon,
Magaling.
yung mga office mates ko, minsan naaaliw sila pagka ano.
Nagsasabay-sabay kang ginagawa.
Tapos pinapakita
Minsan
ko sa
magkausap
kanila.
tayo. Hey, sorry.
Di ba? Di ba? Pag
Oo,
nag-uusap tayo sa Zoom,
nasa
biglang
Zoom,
meron
nasa
na
Zoom.
lang sumisilip sa
Oh,
likod ko.
mga sumisilip. Uy. Nakakaaway na lang ako. Okay, well, in terms of like, siguro, mental health, bro. Mental health. Sa mga nakikita mo sa off, no? Ano yung usual na nakita mong problema ng isang freelancer?
Lack of, ang pinaka-prevalent ngayon
Maliban sa lack of ligo, alam natin na palaging inaano yun eh.
hindi yung, paano ba, for the lack of better term, yung lack of courage na mag-engage. Kasi nandun ka na pinasok mo na Kaya lang yung iba kasi minsan natatakot na baka hindi nila kaya yung papagawa ng client or hindi ganun kaganda yung rate or baka iba yung ipagawa. Kasi meron ng ganung experiences na you got hired for a specific position pero nung nagtatrabaho ka na, iba na yung pinapagawa sa'yo. Then, syempre siguro ang pinakaano ngayon yung length of hours na tinatrabaho. Kasi merong ibang online jobs kasi na talagang it requires you to work like 8 hours.
Meron nga.
8 to 10, ganun. So depende. Pero yun nga, dyan naman talaga nagsisimula lahat. Then, as you go along, pag nakaka-build ka na ng credibility mo, ikaw na mismo yung hawak ng oras mo Di ba?
Well, siguro on my end naman, as I get to work with training and coaching, mostly ang clients ko ngayon nasa freelancing 'Di ba? Mostly nasa freelancing So anything ba meron ka bang napapansin na mga concerns with confidence sa mga freelancers? I mean, we've done interviews before.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Gumawa tayo ng isang segment sa off na we're connecting freelancers, aspiring freelancers to work, 'di ba?
Correct,
Ginawa
correct.
natin 'yan, 'di ba? So, ang tanong ko is, how can you build, meron ka bang suggestion on how to build confidence para dito sa mga freelancers? Kasi hinighlight mo yun kanina Sabi mo, engage
Engage.
Pero, yung napapansin ko nga kasi doon, minsan, behavior na nung freelancer na hindi mag-engage
Ano na yun?
And lalo nga, putang ina, may ghosting pa ngayon.
Correct. Ano na yun kasi, on a personal level na yun na kailangan mo talagang gawin. If you really like to be in this industry, you have to do it. Walang pinagkaiba to na tatawagin ka for job interview, haharap ka sa employer, can be one person, it can be a panel, di ba? It can be a group. Regardless, humarap ka, kausapin mo because you will never know. Baka yun lang kailangan nila. May mga specific na bagay lang silang marinig sa'yo. And at the end of the day, they just need to know kung kaya mo ba yung trabaho. Diba? Yung work. Ba't mo a-applyan ang isang trabaho na hindi mo alam gawin?
Tama.
Diba? Tama. Siguro yon. Let's add that. Kung nag-apply ka sa isang work or sa isang gig na hindi mo alam gawin, mahihirapan ka talaga i-present yung sarili mo. Diba? You have to know something. And I think in our age right now, and meron ng AI, madali nang mag-research.
Madami pang courses ngayon.
Correct.
Daming workshops, daming courses on how to start a specific skill. So, siguro, I think, meron ka bang ma-advise on where to start?
Starting off. Join the Online Filipino Freelancers. Marami kaming topics doon. Maraming, ano ba yun? May ginawa si Mappy, yung isa nating asamang admin. May ginawa siya doon na parang guidelines. How to start, what do you need, then ano yung mga courses free courses na pwede mong tutukan, what aligns with you, then andun na rin yung mga steps on how to create your profile and where to create your profile, things like that.
ginawa na nga niya yun, parang manifesto na yan na nandun. Iba-browse mo na lang,
Correct.
nandun na yung step by step.
Yes.
Step by step, no? Sa data na meron ka ngayon, ano yung pinaka-okay na niche? Kasi ang dami. May social media marketing, may Facebook ads, ang dami. May GHL, merong accounting, merong and it's a very broad range. So, if I don't have the skills yet, ano yung pwede kong pasukin na medyo madali ko lang aralin para makapasok agad ako sa work from home freelancing space?
Siguro yung how do you call it? Parang general administration or general administrative works na ano. Kasi parang ano yan basta alam mo lang ang Microsoft Office softwares.
So, you
Usually
still need
it's,
to talagang hone a skill.
Yes.
Okay.
Pero like I think they tinuturo na nila sa high school pa lang tinuturo na ang Microsoft Office. So I think
How important is diplomas here?
Honestly, no. Hindi importante.
Bugbog o dignidad? Hindi po. Diploma o diskarte?
Diskarte pa rin. Diskarte. Ito ang kaibahan sa online freelancing. And I know some people will say no. Pero ito kasi yung pinagkaiba. Dito sa Pinas, apply for a day job, usually, hanapin nila, titignan nila diploma. Same goes sa, by the way, sa UAE. Ganun din yung mga kumpanya doon. Titignan pa rin nila kung may diploma, kung nakagraduate ka. Kung may diploma ka, you get to be offered yung mga talagang technical specific dun sa profession mo.
Dun sa profession.
Oo,
Okay.
pero kung hindi, maraming general administrative works. We call it there either executive assistant, secretary, or document control. Maraming terminologies doon. Pero basically, that's it. General admin works. And hindi minamaliit yun doon. Even if you start small, putya, abot ka, merong general admin manager, may general admin super. Tumataas din ang ang positioning.
Siguro ito, I mean, you're here in the Philippines for now, then you're flying back.
Yes.
Ang question ko dun is, when you get to shift countries, I mean, what feelings are there inside your head? Kasi I mean, there's a difference when you're living here and you're living there.
Yeah.
What goes into your mind, man?
Eto, I'll be perfectly honest. Dito sa Pinas, of course, yung kasabihan na there's no place like home. Siyempre, masaya dito sa Pinas. Bakasyon, you get to enjoy na hindi mo iniisip yung trabaho. Pero, sa totoo lang, is it okay to say that?
Ay putang ina, hindi. Pwede ko na.
Parang
hindi. So sabi nga, self-talk to. I don't give a fuck. Diba?
Nawawalan ako ng pag-asa sa Pinas, bro. Nawawalan ako ng pag-asa sa Pinas. Pataas ng pataas ang bilihin dito. Yung 1,000 pesos nga, parang wala ng value. Dinala ko sa Jollibee yung anak ko. 2 Happy Meal. McDonald's, sorry, hindi Jollibee. 2 Happy Meal, 700.
Quarter pounder, bro.
Diba? Wala nang value ang 1,000. So, maiisip mo yung mga Pilipino dito na below the minimum yung sweldo. Parang hirap. Sa UAE, mataas ang cost of living. Pero kasi doon, ang government, once na tumataas ang capping in any industry, automatic susunod lahat. Like, I'll give you a very good example. Like this year, tumaas ang housing sa UAE. By norm, 5% yearly ang increase. This year, tinaasan kami ng 30%. So, nag-start na yan, within this year, susunod lahat ng industry. Kasi maapektuhan yung economy. So, mafo-force lahat ng employers na magtaas ng sweldo. Kasi lahat ng employees, iindahin yan. Hindi lang naman ako, lahat ng nagtatrabaho sa UAE, iindahin nila yon. Dito walang ganun.
Yun yung nakakaasar eh. And the question that I have to throw, not just to you, But for all the people listening probably here, kung nanonood ka man,
Mm.
what can you fucking do?
Go abroad. Hindi.
Diba?
Ako,
I
eto.
mean,
We're here now. We're talking about it.
wala eh.
Do online freelancing, di ba? Kasi ang kaganda ng online freelancing, you can have more than one client. Kung ilang client ang kaya mo, di ba? And dollars pa ang kinikita mo, go. Di ba? Para
Pero
makatulong
yung
sa pamilya
concern
mo.
dito ngayon is not all people have the access to computers. A lot of people have access to mobile,
Mm.
to their phones. Not all have the mindset to upskill. I mean, siguro kaya tayo nasa posisyon na pwede tayo magsalita is so that we could create the thought that could lead them to action.
Mhm.
So siguro ang siguro tanong ko sa iyo is kung meron ka man masasabi ngayon, ano yung gusto mong sabihin sa mga posibleng nandun pa sa fence na not taking action, gusto nilang magbago yung buhay nila but still have not taken the initiative or the necessary thoughts to actually create that change in their lives. Do you have a message for them?
Yeah, I only have one motivation for you. Isang bagay lang ang kailangan mong tandaan for you to cross that line or cross that fence. Mahirap ang buhay dito sa Pilipinas. Kailangan mong gawin ang dapat mong gawin para makasurvive. Diba? Not just for you, but for your loved ones. Yun na lang. Nahihiya ka? Fine. Wala kang knowledge? You don't know where to start? Fine. Maraming tools, maraming community, not just off. Maraming tao dyan sa paligid na pwedeng makatulong. Pero that's the only motivation I can give you. Mahirap ang buhay sa Pinas. Kailangan mong gawin. And everything else will follow. Sa umpisa lang naman mahirap eh. Pag nakuha mo na yung rhythm, nakuha mo na yung anong tawag doon, yung confidence mo, di ba?
Fuck, man.
Mahirap talaga.
Naalala ko yung isang, well, di ko alam kung nagbasa ako ng libro nun or meron ako nakausap na tao. Ang mindset was, there's a difference with money to time. Parang explanation niya is, dito nagtatrabaho ka, piso. Same effort that you're spending dun sa same work. Pero dun sa ibang bansa ka nagtrabaho or you took in a client, kaya nga work from home eh. Freelancing eh. You took in a client from the US that pays you like, sabihin natin, $10. It's the same 1 hour. It's the same 1 hour.
Correct.
It's the same work.
Pero mas mataas ang valuation mo, di ba?
58, 59.
Oh, di ba? So from piso to 59. Anong pipili mo? Di ba? Ayun. Yan na mismo. Yan na lang, gawin din nating motivation yan. Anong gusto mo? Piso o 59 pesos?
Jollibee. Chicken Joy. Pero, I mean, that just made sense eh. So sabi ko, teka lang, why can't I work for a higher denomination?
Yes.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Crypto. Sunugan tayo sa crypto. Hello, my crypto friends. Ay, sa mga people sa Cryptomad, what's up?
Yes.
Yan, bro. I think there are a lot of lessons that you could like share. Siguro, ito, patapos na rin naman tayo dito sa episode. What can you like share sa, hindi lang sa mga freelancers we've talked a lot. I mean, we've gone through a lot of personal problems through the years, di ba? And you've solved a lot then. You've gone through it. There are a lot of people going through like financial problems, di ba? And everything. Meron ka bang mapapayo sa kanila? Hindi naman motivational speech or anything. Is there something that you've a value or a motto in life that like held you Ano yan? That makes you still survive up till now.
Yes. Ilang beses ko na narinig to na sinasabi sa akin. This too shall pass. Na ang problema
Si
hindi mo
Gandalf
nawawala.
naiisip ko eh.
Actually, isa ka rin sa nagsabi sa akin yan na
Ano ba?
nangyayari yung problema It
puro
happens.
kalokohan lang minsan sinasabi ko
Pero,
eh.
siguro, ano na rin with the right friends, with the right people around you, na instead na ma-drown ka dun sa problema, di ba? These people can help you. Hindi ka man nila matulungan specifically dun sa problema or pinagdadaanan mo, but you get the right advice, get the right motivation. Masusurpass mo rin siya. And again, that too shall pass. Meron at meron. And honestly, kaya rin ako umuwi ngayon sa Pinas. I have a problem to solve here. VIR issue. Pero, diba, with the right friends, diba, nasolusyonan. Masusolusyonan. So,
Ako sa'yo? Hindi, I think, ano yan, workable. Very workable.
yes.
And on my end, bro, nabanggit mo kasi yung word na drown. I just remembered a video that I did habang nagda-drive. Ang sabi ko doon is, it's hard to drown your demons if they know how to swim. Galing yun sa isang kanta eh. And yung naging concept ko doon was, ang hirap maging, you need to teach a person to swim. Kasi kahit, wari, iba, nalulunod na give up, I give up. Lunod na. Wala na silang gagawin, wala na. Pero if you get to teach a person how to swim, even though there are problems out there, di ba? Kaya mo pa rin mag-survive.
Correct.
Malaki yung chances
Mapapalutang
nun.
mo pa rin siya.
Oo, mapapalutang mo pa din siya. And pag lumulutang ka, lumalaki din yung chances na makaahon ka doon.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun eh. So, the inspiration to still continue to show up in those Facebook Lives, in these podcasts, is the belief that even if hindi ka nakinig ng buong episode at nakarinig mo lang tong small part na to, and that led to the change in thought, processing, new patterns, insight, na makatulong dun sa pagbago ng buhay mo, tangina itutuloy ko pa rin to. Yun yung tinitingnan ko dito. And ako, I really acknowledge you, brother, kasi I mean, ang dami mo nang dinaanan, pero nakikita ko yung resilience mo to, no, hindi, ito, kaya to.
Correct.
May mga times lang na talagang you're down talaga,
Mahirap.
pero may mga times din na nakikita ko talagang you slowly get back up, and that's an inspiration.
Yes.
Brother, yeah.
And I think, kailangan mo rin i-acknowledge, we're only human. Tatamaan
Alien
ka
ako
pa rin
eh.
noon.
Oh.
Ay, malupit ka.
Wala. Yeah.
Tatamaan ka pa rin noon emotionally.
Okay.
It will really hit you. Pero I think the important thing na nagmamatter is do not let it linger for long. Doon na papasok yung resilience mo, yung mindset mo. Doon din papasok yung mga kaibigan mo na mag-a-advise sa'yo, magsasuggest sa'yo ng mga dapat mong gawin, at least, diba? Para may ahon mo yung sarili mo doon sa problema na yun.
Bago tayo matapos, meron na lang ako may naalala akong moment eh. Okay, ito yung moment ng off-con na pandemic. Pandemic. Nasa Dubai ka nun. Tama, nasa Dubai ka nun.
Off-con virtual yun.
Off-con virtual. Tapos, anong nangyari nun? Bro, hindi ko talaga kayang... Kasi speaker ka eh. Hindi ka humaharap sa camera. Hindi ka humaharap sa camera. Ito nga lang na ganitong setup ngayon. Diba?
Kinakabahan pa rin ako.
Diba? Talagang hinatawa lang talaga si Simon dito eh. Biglang... Pero yun nga yung point ko eh. Nung off-con virtual, alam ko yung nginig mo. As in, talagang ayoko. Pwedeng hindi talaga. What pushed you to, sige, wala akong gagawin ko to. Ginawa mo eh. Tinapos mo.
Ginawa ko pa rin. Parang someone just needed to convince me that this is out of my comfort zone, but ano bang magagawa sa nito? Wala naman, hindi ka naman mamamatay dyan. Then, also, alam ko rin kasi yung topic na i-discuss ko. I was just so afraid sa harap ng camera, knowing na merong nanonood, na nahiya ako. Pero kasi siguro isa yun sa nagdala nung confidence for me to deliver my part, my role.
So what's the fucking difference na tatlong camera yung nakatutok sa'yo?
Layo, impromptu to.
Nagets mo?
Pero hindi.
Gets mo?
Yes.
Congrats, man.
Someone just need to push me.
Hindi. minsan it takes one person to believe in you.
Yes.
To help you do the action. And yun lang. So sige, final message to our listeners. Sa mga aspiring freelancers na nandyan nakikinig, meron ka bang message for them? I think dito, yan.
Siguro message ko na lang, well, there are so many online freelancing communities naman. Pero syempre, we are part of the Online Filipino Freelancers Group. Pride na rin natin na we're one of the first sa industry. We were one of the first community na build up, na set up to help people aspiring, transitioning in this industry para alam nyo yung success stories ng iba, yung mga pinagdaanan, yung mga suggestions, nandyan na yan. And where to look for online jobs, nandyan lahat yan. So, especially sa panahon ngayon talaga, kailangan nyo ng side hustles, kailangan nyo ng multiple clients. If you're working for on a 9-to-5 job, that's fine. Basta kaya nyo. Kasi ako ganun ang setup ko. I work on a 9-to-5 job, day job. Pero nagtatrabaho rin. I do have some online freelancing gigs. Hindi na lang siya sing dami nung dati kasi at the end of the day talagang mas pinili ko yung yung convenience, syempre.
Yeah.
Ayoko naman nung 10, 12, 15 hours working every day. Nakaka-exhaust din yun. So, syempre, namimili na lang din ako ng clients na I get to maximize my earnings, pero I work on lesser time.
Okay. Ako, final message ko lang sa mga nakikinig. Ang daming realizations minsan, I had time to think about it when I started to take in clients local and international. Minsan parang kailangan ko ba i-build yung communication skills ko, ganun. I think you have to start with the mind. Next, you have to start with your communication skills. Yeah. Very, very important yung communication skills na yan. Magaling ka nga, pero you can't communicate, wala. Hindi ka magaling, pero magaling ka mag-communicate. Pwede, di ba? Ang laking factor na you also have to build your identity. Teka lang, kung tatanungin mo yung sarili mo ngayon, sino ka ba? Di ba? Ano yung, what do you identify? Sino ka? Are you your title? Kung you believe that you are your title, tangina, ano pa yung skills mo? Kung titingnan mo yung benchmark ng ginagawa ng expert sa paligid mo, kumari Facebook ads, nasan ka ba? Nandun ka ba sa level na yon o wala pa? Ano yung mga kailangan mangyari para umabot ka dun sa putang inang level na yon? Okay? Are you being relevant right now? Or naiiwanan ka na dun sa field mo? Ang daming mga ganun eh.
Correct.
Sa kaya, hindi natatapos yung pag-upskill because minsan nagbabago yung niche. Nagbabago yung narrative. Diba, noong mga panahon na walang AI, ngayon, meron na, may trabaho na magpa-prompt ka, ikaw yung nagpa-prompt na ng AI.
Correct.
Diba, may mga trabaho na gano'n. Hindi natatapos yung opportunity because there will always be problems that has to be solved, that needs to be solved. Tama? And, tingnan mo hindi lang, ang dami ng mga bansa that is higher than the peso right now. Tama? So, you have to understand the playing field. If you want to work in the US setting, you want to work with the UK setting, you have to understand how they communicate. You have to understand their culture. Tama? You have to start somewhere. And you get to start when you get to ask fucking questions.
That's
Go.
one. And also, do research.
Paano ko ba gagawin
We're
to?
in the age
Minsan
of
doon ka pa
AI.
lang magsisimula eh.
AI
Paano ko ba
can
gagawin
help
to?
na.
Saan ako magsisimula? And then, here comes itong mga courses, mga experts, mga podcasts, mga Facebook groups. Diba? Mga mentors. Meron na. Available na yan.
So, ikaw na lang mamimili.
Ikaw na lang.
Diba?
Nasa iyo na lang yan.
Saka ito pa, this is a very, a good fact for you to get motivated na. Ang laki ng, ano ba yun? Nakalimutan ko na yung, it's a terminology eh. There are so many fish in the ocean. Yun na yun. Ang dami. Kung akala nyong saturated.
Kaso
na
lahat
or
sila
ano.
hindi ka gusto.
Patay tayo dyan.
Dalawa. Hindi, yun yung katugsog ng ang daming isda sa ocean. Bakit ganyan?
Walang kumakagat
Pero
sa
wala pala
kain.
kumakagat. Mali kasi yung nilagay mong bait, di ba? Oh, pero tama ka doon, man. It's a challenging world right now, lalo na sa freelancing. Hindi lang mga Pinoy ang kasabay mo mag-apply. Meron din mga ibang lahi din na nag-a-apply din.
Our biggest competitor are the Indians.
Indians, yeah. And, so please lang, upskill, be relevant, show up. Maiiwan ka talaga. Ito yung mundo, you have to realize that this is reality. So this is not a fucking motivation talk. This is just us sharing things that we've seen has helped people who are thriving right now. You could still do what you've done and still get the results that you've gotten. So, ayun lang. Again, Simon, salamat dito sa Pilipinas.
bro.
So,
Thank you.
Impromptu to.
Impromptu,
Oo,
promise.
oo. My name is Ken Sumera. See you on the next episode of Self Talk. Bye-bye.